No alarm sounded when humanity left the Galactic Council. No emergency session was called. No fleets were mobilized. No dramatic declaration echoed across the stars. That was the most unsettling part. For the first time in recorded history, a founding member of the Council simply departed. A seat left empty. The Council chamber had always been full. Even during wars, even during plagues, the seats remained occupied. Attendance was power. Presence was influence. Absence was weakness. So when the human seat stood empty for 3 consecutive cycles, it drew attention. At first, it was dismissed as protest. "They'll return," said Speaker Vorun. "They always do." Humans had argued loudly in the past. They challenged votes, questioned authority, insisted on protections others considered inefficient. But they had never walked away. Until now, the message humanity sent. When the Council finally received a formal transmission from Earth, it was not emotional. It was brief. Effective immediately, humanity withdraws from the Galactic Council. We relinquish our seat, our voting rights, and all obligations tied to Council governance. No accusations, no ultimatums, no demands, just a conclusion. The chamber erupted. "This is irresponsible," a delegate shouted. "They depend on Council trade," another scoffed. "They'll be back when reality sets in," a third insisted. Only the oldest species remained silent. They remembered others who had left great alliances. None had ever returned unchanged. Why humanity walked away? Officially, the reason cited was irreconcilable philosophical differences. Unofficially, everyone knew the truth. Humanity was tired. Tired of voting to protect worlds only to be outvoted by profit. Tired of enforcing peace treaties the Council refused to honor itself. Tired of being told restraint mattered more than lives. Humans had not lost faith in cooperation. They had lost faith in this cooperation, and so they chose something the Council never anticipated. Absence. The day the Council laughed. The vote to accept humanity's withdrawal passed quickly. Some delegates even applauded. "Let them go," Speaker Vorun declared. "The Council existed long before humans. It will endure without them." The human seat was archived, their symbols removed, their access permissions quietly revoked. The universe, the Council believed, would remain unchanged. For a while, it seemed they were right. The first fractures, the first signs were subtle. Trade convoys ran late. Navigation errors increased. Joint defense patrols dissolved without replacement. Humans had quietly been doing far more than their share. They designed logistics algorithms, mediated border disputes, patrolled dangerous regions others avoided. They never advertised it. They simply did the work. Now, that work was gone. The silence spreads. Without human engineers, maintenance schedules slipped. Without human diplomats, old grudges resurfaced. Without human patrol fleets, piracy exploded along former safe corridors. The Council called emergency sessions. "Why is this happening?" a delegate demanded. An Illyrian analyst answered softly. "Because humanity didn't just leave the Council." He paused. They took stability with them. What humans did instead? Beyond Council space, humanity flourished. Freed from regulations that prioritized consensus over progress, human systems reorganized rapidly. Colonies became self-sufficient. Defense networks streamlined. Research leapt forward without approval committees slowing it down. Humans didn't isolate themselves from the universe. They isolated themselves from inefficiency. They still traded, still explored, still protected those who asked for help, just not through the Council. The day the Council needed humans. It was inevitable. A non-Council threat emerged, an expanding anomaly consuming star systems at the rim. Fleets were dispatched. They failed. Ancient weapons were activated. They failed. Casualties mounted. The Council did something unthinkable. They voted to ask humanity for help. Unanimously, the envoy to Earth, an elder delegation, was sent to the edge of human-controlled space. They waited. Not minutes, not hours, days. Finally, a human signal appeared. Calm, neutral. The envoy spoke carefully. The universe faces extinction. We request humanity's return to the Council. The response came after the pause. We did not leave the universe. Another pause. We left the Council. The question they feared. The envoy tried again. What would it take for humanity to rejoin? The reply was immediate. Nothing. Confusion rippled through the delegation. You refuse to help. The signal corrected them. We refuse to govern with you. Then, we will help the universe, not through the Council. Humanity intervenes. Human fleets appeared across contested space. They didn't wait for permission, didn't demand authority. They acted. The anomaly was contained. Systems stabilized. Civilization saved. Then, just as quickly, human fleets withdrew. No speeches. No flags planted. No seat reclaimed. The empty chair, the Council chamber remained, but it felt different, smaller. The empty human seat became a symbol, not of rebellion, but of choice. A reminder carved into stone and memory. Power is not the ability to command others. It is the ability to walk away when command becomes corruption. What the universe learned. Humanity didn't burn the Council. They didn't overthrow it. They simply proved it wasn't necessary. And on the day humanity left the Council, the universe didn't end. It grew up. Because the greatest change doesn't come from war. It comes when someone stands, leaves a table, and shows the rest that the table was never the world.